at our next destination. Well, we're not at the next destination, we're still 95 kilometres to where we're going, but in terms of destination, we're now in another country. We are now finally in Norway. I was expecting a border and everything there, but there was nothing, and I felt sure that, you know, I don't know, there would be some kind of check or what have not. I mean, I could still get pulled over by police. But yeah, finally, after all these years, I am now in Norway. Now, for the risk of repeating myself, I don't know whether I've already said it on this journey, but when I was in Finland many years ago, back in 91, 92 I think it was, I travelled right to the very top of Finland to a small place called Utsjoki, and that was a border town between Finland and Norway going over the top. And at the time we couldn't go into Norway because we didn't have our passports. This is, you know, this is pre, goodness knows what. Is this pre-EU? I really don't know. It was a long time ago. But you needed passports anyway to do any border crossing. And we didn't have them with us at the time because they were in an embassy awaiting visas. So I just saw Norway. It was just across the river. We were going along this road and there was a river on the other side, and the other side of that was Norway. And all those years ago, frustratingly, that was how close I was to Norway, and I've never had the chance to go in and visit it. And to be honest with you, I was never planning on going to Norway on this trip either. But it was just, I don't know. I was watching Project Amber on Patreon, and him and Ash going through Norway and everything, and I just thought to myself, do you know, it's really close. I say really close, I mean, what's it now? It is now 4:30, so it's taken me, you know, nigh on 5 to 6 hours to get from Asher Marie's to Norway. But to be honest with you, that is just due to the fact that there's just speed camera, roadwork, etc. So I don't think it's really that far, to be honest with you. But anyway, here we are, finally. Yeah, it just seemed, I don't know, I was always planning on leaving on Monday and give myself a good amount of time to get back, and when I looked at it and worked it out, I just thought, well, do you know what, I'm only going to be putting a few extra miles, because yes, I'm going across. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. You know, even though I'm going across, as soon as I get to Trondheim, which is where I've been heading all this time, I then turn left and I go due south, and then as I keep driving due south, I'll go all the way through the chunk of Norway, come out the other side of Oslo, and then I'm back into Sweden again, and I'm on the, as you look at a map, I'm on the left hand side of Sweden, so I'm on the correct side. I'll go past Gothenburg, Helsingborg, do the crossing, and then that gets me back into Denmark, north of Copenhagen. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's sort of, I'm only just putting a little bit extra just to go across, that's all. But from this point, as soon as I get to my destination tonight, wherever I decide to stay, I'm just going to be going due south all the time. Due south, due south, due south. So I just thought, well, do you know what? I've got a couple of days, 3 days-ish. Well, probably let's call it. I've got 2 nights here. So I've sussed out a route that will take me through the middle of Norway, which looks quite beautiful. Ash had seen it and suggested it might be a good place to try, and it's not particularly out of the way. It hugs the main highway all the way down to Oslo, so I thought, well, why not? So anyway, that's where we're off to now. We're going to go and get a little ways to outside of Trondheim, and then we'll find a place to park up. Well, we'll look at park for night, and then we'll find a place to park up. And another sticker, another flag sticker for Neo. In fact, I haven't even got it to put it on him, because I said I wasn't even thinking about coming here. But then when I got so far and so close, I was like, nah, let's do it. And yeah, I'm really happy to finally be here. I think we're going to see some stunning stuff. I think we're going to go through a lot of mountains, etc. And it'll just be nice, even though it's just a couple of days. I think it'll just be a nice way to come back. So anyway, I'll get back to you in a little bit, but welcome to Norway. This is beautiful. I mean, I've been saying how beautiful Sweden was and everything, and then it's not instantaneous, but it isn't far off crossing the border from Sweden into Norway, where the change in scenery is fairly dramatic. We've been hugging this river for a little while now, down this valley. Presumably this will eventually take us out to the sea, or to a fjord that goes out into the sea. But this is it's beautiful, absolutely. The greens, the lush green grass, and it's interesting because here you're not seeing so much of autumn. You're seeing a lot more sort of evergreen trees, so it's all very green, whereas where we were in Sweden we were seeing autumnal colours and everything, whereas here it's just everything is all evergreens. So yeah, this is what it's like all year round, apart from the green on the grass suddenly becomes white. Oh my days. I think for the short time that I'll be here, I think it'll be well worth my while. And yeah, I'm glad I made the decision to cross the border.